Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek. Sorry, I didn't have I forgot to do a customised intro, so I had to make do with the original one. So it caught me by surprise. Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek, and welcome to episode 117 of Friday Night Appointment with Fear. And this week we're doing a double bill, so we could be here a while, or maybe not. I don't know. We're doing a couple of Hammer horror films from 1966. We're doing The Reptile and The Plague of the Zombies. So there we go, and they're both really good films. Plague of the Zombies especially so. But we're going to start off with The Reptile. But anyway, before we go on with the show, don't forget to like and subscribe. There it goes, down there. Share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. If you're a subscriber now, and you have been for like over a month, you can join in the live chat if that is your want. Explore the description for various links for my books and merch, etc. My Patreon page and other stuff. My various websites that I've got. Not that I've got many, but one or two. And all that stuff. After this show is done, I haven't said this for a while. After this show is done, I'll be uploading it to Spotify and whatever Spotify upload it to as well. I think it's Amazon. Yeah, Amazon Music Podcasts. It'll be going up there as well. Links in the description for all that. Right, and we're live on YouTube. Let me check, make sure we are live on YouTube. Yes, we are. We should be live on Rumble. Fingers crossed. Got to refresh that. Let's give it a minute. And we're live on Twitch. Yeah. Come on. Yes, we're live on Rumble. Yes, we are. Right. So, right, off we go. First off, as I said, it's a double bill. So we're doing a couple of Hammer horrors, as I said, from 1966. First up is going to be The Reptile, which stars some people have never heard of, apart from Michael Ripper and Jacqueline Pierce, and John Laurie. But it stars Noel Willman, Jennifer Daniel, Ray Barrett, Jacqueline Pierce, Michael Ripper, and John Laurie. Both these films feature Michael Ripper and Jacqueline Pierce. You may know Jacqueline Pierce from, she played Servalan in the late 70s, early 80s. She played Servalan in the BBC sci-fi series Blake 7. And I met her once at a convention, and it's really nice. She's very lovely, very actressy, and all darling and all that stuff. And she passed away in 2018, which is sad. Anyway, directed by John Gilling, written by John Elder, a.k.a. Anthony Hines, music by Don Banks, not James Bernard, but I suppose couldn't do so much, can't they? And it only had a budget of £100,000, £100,599. I don't know what it did at the box office. They were released usually as double bills, with other Hammer films. It might say here somewhere, I'm not sure, where is it? I've seen it somewhere, and I don't know where I've seen it. Never mind. But it was released with, the Dracula films and stuff like that, as part of a double bill. They were essentially B movies and made on B movie budgets and all that stuff. Right, so we'll get on with the Reptile, shall we? So what I will do, I will pop myself down into the corner of the screen. If I can remember which one to press. Is it that one? That'll do. Oh, pardon me, I'm burping. And we'll get on with it, shall we? I will full screen this baby, and we will begin. Right, off we go. All right, as usual, we'll just be watching it in a series of stills, because I can't just play the full movie. I've had to put a disclaimer on the YouTube page saying, I do not host full movies on this channel. We're watching it in a series of stills and talking about it, and trying to remember the things I've learned about it. By the way, watching it, I do have... Hang on, where are they coming? Got it here in me handy dandy. Where are we? There we go. Hammer. Oh, there you go. You can see it there. The Hammer Collection box set, which has loads of DVDs in it. It's not all the Hammer films, but it's a pretty nifty selection. But they're both in there. Are these films? There are some films missing out of it, and some things that you think, why have they put that in there? But they're all Hammer films, and it's a good selection. Anyway, so let's get on with it. Right, off we go. A bit crackly thing, but anyway, we're off. A Hammer film production. We're on the moors somewhere. By the way, both films were filmed in and around Bray Studios. They didn't travel very far. I do have notes for once. Where are we? This were filmed at Bray Studios, and also probably as far as they went, but they didn't go very far. Frensham, this part here, I think, Frensham Ponds in Surrey, and also Oakley Court in Windsor. And the rest is filmed at Bray Studios. Same for both films. So you see, we'll see sets, particularly exterior sets. The village gets used twice. And oddly enough, both films are set in Cornwall. But anyway, off we go. Hammer film production. We're seeing the moors here. This poor chap here is heading across the moors. He's called, I've forgotten the bloody character names. I'm useless, aren't I? Spalding. Charles Spalding, this is who we're seeing here. And he's going to get got in a minute. There he is, wandering across the moors. I think it's supposed to be the dead of night. It's very bright, but a lot of day for night shots in these films. Anyway, off he goes. And there's shadows following him. And there's his lovely little cottage called Lark Rise. Anyway, so here he is. And he's looking out the window at something. Anyway, here's the local manor house. This is Bray. I forgot what they call it already. Where have I put it? The Oakley Court. That's it, Oakley Court. That's what it's called. It's been in loads of Hammer horror films and other things as well. I think it might have even been in a James Bond film. I'm not sure, but it's been in loads of stuff. Here he is. He's heading for there because he's checking out what's going on. Right, so, and then we enter the set, and here he is. Hello, is anybody there? But then he goes upstairs, hears a noise, heads upstairs. He's got a note. He's got a note in his hand. In this film, somebody asks for help. So it's always about people going to help somebody, this particular person. And you know, bad things happen. So there we go. Yes, I am strange. Right, so here we go. And it comes through a door, and then this fella appears. Well, I think he's been in another Hammer horror film. I think he played a vampire in... for Christ's sake, here we go. Just bear with me. There's always one arrives, isn't there? When they don't do it like that. Hey, you're going to get reported, mate. You're going to get reported. There we go. Just bear with me. There we go. Bye. Right, where were we? Another one will probably pop up in a minute. Trolls. Right, where were we? This chap pops... Oh, I was saying that I think he's been in another Hammer horror film. I will check. Noel Willman, this is. I think he was in like Kiss of the Vampire or something like that. Let me just check. I should have checked before, shouldn't I? But I forgot. Yes, Kiss of the Vampire. He played the main vampire baddie in that. A few years earlier. Thought I recognised his face. Right, so he's saying, get away, but then something happens. Here we go, he's going to get got. Look, something grabs hold of him, look. We're going to get a glimpse of the reptile. A very brief glimpse. He's been bitten. Then he suddenly, instantly, gets black boot polish on his face and his neck. So here he is, going, ah! So he's been bitten and poisoned, and then he's frothing at the mouth. And then it falls into a Minecraft pose. Right, so this fella appears out of nowhere, magically. Turns out, spoilers, he's kind of the main baddie of the film, this fella. I don't even know his name. Mallet, played by Man Maitland. So anyway, he appears and says, oh, look, he's dead. So, oh, my, what's happening? And then he picks up this note. He's going to show us what it says. I don't think it does it? Is it going to show us? I can't remember if it does or not. I've only watched it like earlier on this afternoon. It's not saying, is it? I think it's somebody saying, help me. Anyway, they dump him in the village. There he is. Because nobody's ever about in this village. This village in Cornwall. But it's, it's like the Bray Studios back lot. Gets used in all the Dracula films and all that. And it's going to get used again in Plague of the Zombies. But this is the reptile. And then we get lots of lightning noise. But no lightning. I will demonstrate. Thunder and lightning noises, but nothing on screen, just clouds, but never mind. And Justin34's here saying, hello, happy Friday to you, Justin. We haven't missed anything, we're not very far into it. Anyway, so there we go, his body's going to get found. So there we go, then we get the opening titles. Off we go, let's get through these. Directed by John Gilling, and we're off. Fade in, as Kathleen Kennedy likes to say. Notice this, white tar, whatever it says, ales and cider. We see that again. Well, we see the whole lot again in the next film. Bells tolling. Here we go. We're all doomed. This is I forgot the name already. Laurie, Laurie, John Laurie. Yes, I didn't know that. This is John Laurie, most famous in the UK for being in Dad's Army. But he used to be going around saying, we're all doomed. I don't even know if he's Scottish or not, but he was Scottish in Dad's Army. He's not, yes, he's Scottish. But he doesn't affect a Scottish accent, although he does have a little bit of a brogue in this. But he's playing Mad Peter, the local mad person in the village. Anyway, Justin says, miss old opening titles. Yes, so do I. Yes, don't do them very often these days, do they? Occasionally you'll get a film that's got some opening credits and stuff, and it's nice. It means you're not going to get two lots of closing credits, because they've got to do two distinct sets of credits, haven't they? Which is why in like Marvel films you'll get no credits at the beginning. By the way, I can thank Star Wars for this. You get no credits at the beginning, but two different sets at the end. Like an animated, some credits, and then the regular ones. It's something in the rules that you've got to have two sets of credits. Anyway, I forgot where I was now. Oh, they're going to find him. They're going to find poor Charles Spaulding. Or they found him already, I don't know. But I think here comes Michael Ripper, a.k.a. Tom Bailey. His name there above the door, because it's the local pub. Richard Gem Cigarettes. Never heard of them. Were they an actual brand? I have no idea. But Richmond, not Richard. Richmond Gem. I'm going to look that up. Richmond Gem. I wonder if they were real cigarettes. Richmond Gem Cigarettes. Bet they're not. Ooh, maybe they are. Yes, they were a real brand of cigarettes. So a bit of product placement for Richmond Gem Cigarettes. I've never heard of them. But there we go. Anyway, here comes there he is. Here comes Michael Ripper, cleaning his step. Remember the days when people used to clean their doorsteps? There he goes, just chucking water on. There we go. Chucking water on it. How much more Yorkshire could they get? Chucking water up step. But obviously, Michael Ripper's been in a million James Bond films, then. A million Hammer films. They've found the burying him now. They're burying Charles with a bit of misty mist. Bear with me. There we go. Where were we? Right, so they're asking who it is. Who's died this time? Apparently there have been other deaths. Not sure exactly how many. They just say a few. And it says it's Spaulding. All right. So there you go. Found him this morning just like the others. But not in a Yorkshire accent. So there they are, burying him. Right, so he goes back in. And here comes Dr. Franklin to place some flowers on the grave. There you go, Charles Spaulding. And then we cut to a solicitor's place. I believe somewhere in London. God, You know what? We're going to go back to members only by the looks of it, doesn't it? Looks like it. Because we've got idiots. We've got idiots in the chat, tell you. It's just one person. It is just one person that comes in the chat. I don't know if you... hopefully I'm catching them and getting rid of them before you see them, but... in the chat. But I think it's just one person that's got like 1 million different channels and just keeps coming on and just saying stupid things. He's an idiot. Whoever it is, just for attention. But anyway, I hope you're proud of yourself, mate. Right, where were we? He's reading the will of Charles Spaulding. So we're going to meet his brother. There we go, Captain H. Spaulding. Can't remember what the H stands for. Harry? I don't know. Can't remember. Yes, Harry. Harry Spaulding. And there's him with his wife, Valerie, played by Jennifer Daniel. Got it in my notes somewhere. Was she dubbed? Or am I thinking of something else? Where are we? Might be thinking of somebody else. Yes. Thinking of the next film where somebody's dubbed. Anyway. Right. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Just bear with me. There we go. Dee. Where were we? So he's been left everything that Charles Spaulding. Just hang on, just a minute. I'm just sorting something out here. Just bear with me. We're going back to members only. I thought it were only a matter of time. We've been lucky for a couple of weeks, but never mind. Never mind. Where are we? There. Just bear with me. Just doing a bit of editing. There we go. And save. Right, that should stop the knobheads. There we go. That should stop the knobheads. Right, where were we? Dee. Not that one. Get rid of that one. Right. Right. Hopefully nobody else has popped in while I've sorting that out. Right. Sorted. Right, where were we? Idiots. That's why I do members only chat. Because you get idiots that hopefully you've not seen, but I have. It's just one idiot, by the way. Who's probably like 12 years old, at least in his head. But I'm giving him too much attention, so never mind. Right, they're leaving. We see that Charles Spaulding's left everything to his brother, who apparently is a soldier who's come back from overseas. Are they newlyweds? I don't know. But anyway, so they're going to move to his cottage. There we go, in Clagmore, Cornwall. So he's the Grenadier Guards. So anyway, so he gets the key and... off they go to Cornwall. He says, what were the cause of my brother's death? Heart failure. So, that's weird. He thought it were healthy, but anyway. Right, off they go on the choo-choo train to Cornwall. Here they are, Clagmore Heath. And there's nobody there, so they just got to walk into town. It's like 2 miles from the railway station, apparently, but they walk into town. Hopefully, somebody's going to pick up their luggage. Anyway, so they encounter Mad Peter. Oh, there he is, getting thrown out of the pub, saying, this an evil place and all that. So anyway, so he goes in, and wants to know where the Spaulding cottage is. So tell him it's just down the road. Telling him that he's the brother of Charles Spaulding. So anyway, so tells him where to go. He says, by the way, you're not living in the cottage, are you? You should sell it. Don't live here, etc. They're trying to put him off. So anyway, off they go over to the cottage. Walking, a lot of walking in this. Oh, there they are. Say, oh, it's lovely. So they're going to have a kiss and all that. And everything's lovely and it's all idyllic with flowers around the door and all that stuff. Right, there we go. So they must be newlyweds because he's carrying her over the threshold. But then they find the place has been, I wouldn't exactly say ransacked, but somebody's been in and turned it over. And we never find out why. I don't think we do anyway. But it's kind of used to show that even though if they lock the doors, somebody can get in. So anyway, we'll say it later on. So they've got to tidy up. Right, we notice he's got a black armband. We see black armbands in Plague of the Zombies as well. Must have been a big thing in 1966, wearing black armbands when... I know folks still do it now, but anyway, whatever. They're having a good old sing-song in the pub. And there he goes in and says, somebody's deliberately wrecked my brother's cottage. I want to know who it is, etc. And obviously, the locals are not forthcoming. So they keep telling you're a stranger, bugger off, etc. Justin says, always loved how the Hammer films looked and the feel of the mid-1800s Victorian times. Yes, you can't beat a good Hammer period piece. They did a lot of period pieces because, like I said, they had the standing sets, didn't they, at Bray Studios, which were like Gothic architecture and all that. So that's why they did it. Mostly, not always, but mostly. And Windgrace is here. Looks like I missed a lot, he says. A bit. Idiots in the chat. Anyway. So he's wanting information about how his brother died and why everybody wants him to go. And that beer looks awful, doesn't it? No head on it at all. But never mind. But they become firm friends eventually. Tom and Harry, but just not yet. Right, they've finished tidying up as Valerie. They keep calling out to her as well, Valerie! I keep thinking of Amy Winehouse. But there she is. Oh, aye, Dr. Franklin's sneaking up on her, because obviously they've got to draw water from the thingamabob, whatever they call it. Justin says, a lot of familiar faces from all the Hammer films too. Yes, like I said, we've got Michael Ripper and this chap, I forgot his name already, Noel Willman. And we've got Jacqueline Pearce coming up, and some other Charles Lloyd Pack as well. He plays the vicar. He's been in other Hammer films. But there he goes, gasps. Anyway, so he introduces himself, and he's looking for his daughter, who's called, I've forgotten. Where are you? Anna, of course, Anna. He's looking for his daughter, Anna. She's gone missing, and he's looking for her. So he says, well, I haven't seen her. I'll let her know. If I see her, I'll let her know that you're looking for her. So, okay, thank you. And they talk about, she says, did you know my husband's brother's, did you know him? He says, well, no, not really, but, you knew of him. And obviously, everybody thinks he's a doctor, a medical doctor, because he's got his Dr. Franklin, but it turns out he's not a medical doctor. So. But they keep wanting him to look at dead bodies and stuff. But anyway, so off he goes. Yes, and Tom has arranged to have their luggage picked up from the station. So here it is. I don't know if he's renting him this trap or just lending him it. I don't know. I can't remember. I stepped away from the TV while this were on. Yes, the loan of the cart. He's lending him the cart, the trap, I suppose you could call it. Anyway, off he goes. Over to Moors, although it's Cornwall, and he hears a noise. We can hear like faintly Oriental music. It might say it in the subtitles at any second, but anyway. We can hear it. But then he gets attacked by Mad Peter. Here he is, and they're rolling about a bit. Hey. And he says, what did you attack me for? He says, you attacked me and all that. Says, what are you talking about? But he's Mad Peter. But he says he's not mad. He just knows what's going on. But anyway, the upshot is he invites him back. They would say, did you hear it? But he It says, when you hear the music, death follows. It's supposed to be like snake charmer music. Remember, it's called the Reptile. Right, so it says, so it invites him to supper. Says, you can be our first guest. So there he's. So I can't remember the last time I ate. And there he's sucking the meat off the chicken bones. And anyway, so he says he wants information before he gets anything else. What's going on, but he doesn't really say because he's mad. But he hears the music again, but nobody else can hear it. And he just goes running off into the night. He goes, damn, I'm going crazy, and all that stuff. And it means death, and you hear the music. So he goes running off into the night. And she's like, oh, what a strange man. Let's go to Beddy Buys. Let's go to Bedfordshire, and off they go. Meanwhile, I think is that Mad Peter running about somewhere. Faint strains of Oriental music. Just showing it. I thought we saw Mad Peter running about, but we don't. Anyway, right, he wakes up, lights a candle, because it's the 1800s. I'm not sure exactly what year it's in. Is it in my notes? I don't know. Does it say? In my notes. My brief notes. I thought I had more notes than this, but never mind. Oh, by the way, the train that we saw earlier on was stock footage from the Titfield Thunderbolt film. So there we go. No, it must be the other one. Yeah. I don't know what year this is set in. Never mind. But they've still got candles, so it's obviously Victorian times and ponies and traps and stuff. So he goes, I heard something. So he goes down to check and he sees Mad Peter clawing at the window. I think there he is. Going, and his face is all blackened and I think he's frothing at the mouth a bit. There he is. So obviously the reptile's got him. This reptile's not dysfunctional, is it? Anyway, so he said, I've got to go and get help. You look after this mad person who may have rabies or whatever. So he leaves her alone with him while he goes to Dr. Franklin's for help. Because as I said, everybody thinks he's a medical doctor, but he's not. A bit like, the Doctor from Doctor Who. He's been asked before, hasn't he, if he's a medical doctor, and he's not. The doctor of everything. So in he goes. Hello, Dr. Franklin. There's a man dying at my house. So what? What are you telling me for? Because you're a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. Well, can you come and look anyway? So he does. So off he goes, and there's no help whatsoever. He says he was an epileptic. How does he know? I don't know, but maybe he's just guessing. And he says, "Are you sure?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just making it up." But anyway, so off he goes. Oh, and he says, "I will take care of all the arrangements." Does Dr. Franklin? So he's going to shove him out the back. There he goes, drags him out the back. Luckily, he's just got a nice pile of hay there and a cloth thing, the blanket, whatever, to cover him with which to cover him. So there we go. And then I think he hears it's a bird. He hears a bird, like an owl or something. A bird screeches, and that's what's caught his attention there. Right. All right. Then he pops in. This is Malay pops in. So. And I think he's gonna take the body or whatever. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's there up to no good. And now they're burying Peter. So I don't know what he's been to check on him for. I don't know, but they're burying him. And it's what they're saying. What's the doctor said about it? There is no doctor and all that stuff. He said the coroner comes once a month, and he says it's heart failure. But anyway. Called the Black Death. And do you mean the bubonic plague? Well, no. Just call it the Black Death because people turn black. They can't get boot polish on the face. But anyway. What did you say about the trap? Oh, yes. It keeps lending him his trap. Anyway, so. She. That's what he's saying there. Would you like to take the trap? He's offered them a drink, because he's in the pub. And she says, no, I've got to, as a proper woman, a proper wife would do. She says, I've got to go home and sort out Harry's tea or dinner, whatever she says. So That's what women. Know your role, women. So she just sets off walking home. Says, "Oh, I'm going to have a nice walk." There we go. Off she goes. So he's going to have a quick drinky, and they're going to have a little chat about what's going on. And he says, "I'm a professional soldier. I've been all around the world, and I've seen some weird things. But I'm sure there's a logical explanation." And Tom says, "Well, I was a professional sailor, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it. And I've seen lots of strange things as well." And he says, "But you're afraid." He says, "Yes, I am frightened." And he says, "Oh, well, I didn't mean to say it like that, but we both know that something weird's going on." But he says, "I can't help you," because he's basically too scared and all that. He says, "When I was a sailor, I dreamed about having a little place like this, and now I've got it. I want to keep it, and I want to die in my bed in this place and all that stuff. And I don't want to be involved." That's what he says, basically. So, anyway. So, he's not going to get any help yet, although he does. So, off he goes. She's walking home, is Valerie. Yes, Valerie. Valerie. And she finds a trap there and a little rabbit. Look, she sees a little rabbit, look. That could get caught in that trap. So she gets rid of the trap, and I think it's Malay that's been setting the traps. I'm guessing to feed the reptile, I'm guessing. But anyway, she gets home, and she sees lots of flowers, and also starring Jacqueline Pearce. There she is, the lovely Jacqueline Pearce. I've got her autograph, actually. Let me find it. I've got it here somewhere. There it is. I've got her autograph there. For Steve, with my love, Jacqueline Pearce. That's from Plague of the Zombies, by the way, not from this one. I was going to save it for the next film, but what the hell. There we go. Got that in 2015. I looked it up 10 years ago. Unbelievable. Anyway, there we go. So here she is, Anna Franklin. And she's got a lovely voice. Got a really husky, dusky, I don't know, voice. But anyway. She shaved all her hair off in the 70s. When she played Servalan, she had like this shaved, really short hair. I thought, oh dear. But lovely with long hair, but never mind. Here she is. Listen to her. I'll have a little listen to her voice.
I do apologise. I was hoping to get finished before you got back.
Lovely voice, but anyway. So she's there, and she's like putting flowers out and stuff, and saying, you've been through all this horrible stuff, and I thought it'd be nice for you. So he says, "Oh, okay." And she says, "Will you do me a favour? Will you come to dinner?" She says, "Yes, of course I will." But she's going to give her a cup of tea first. Or coffee. No, she offers her coffee, not tea. Which is weird, isn't it? Coffee, in an English Hammer horror film. You thought it'd been tea, wouldn't you? But no, she offers her coffee. He says, "Well, would you come to dinner?" And she says, "Yes, of course we would. We'd be delighted." But he's watching, because he's always watching. There you go. He sees her, and he's going to take her back home. So, anyway, off they go. Oh, Dr. Franklin's arrived as well. And because the offer of dinner has been given, they can't go back on it. So he says, "Oh, we'll be delighted," and all that stuff. "See you at whatever time, 7, I don't know." So we see that he's very strict with Anna. We learn for reasons. Anyway, so there they go. They arrive. They're all dressed for dinner, and I don't know if they actually get round to eating it. I can't remember. Does it say? I don't know if it does or not. This might be before. I don't know if it's before or after dinner, but things are going to happen that curtail the evening's merriment. Anyway, he's talking about how he went to the Far East, did Dr. Franklin, and all that stuff. But here she comes. I think they said that Anna won't be coming down. And, I was hoping to make her acquaintance, says Harry. But down she comes in a, like an Indian dress, like a sari or whatever they call them. But she comes down and says, "Oh, well, maybe you can play a tune on your sitar." So she's going to do a Marty McFly on her sitar in a minute. Here it comes. But first, she's going to show Valerie her pets. Lots of pigeons and rabbits and kittens and stuff like that. And then she says, you've got to leave. It's dangerous here. So like a little surreptitious warning and all that. But anyway, right. Get the sitar. There it is. They're going to play the sitar. Because it's the 60s, isn't it? Bang, ding, bang, dong, all that stuff. So she's going to do a Marty McFly. And I'm not kidding. She starts off fair enough and then it gets madder and madder as she plays it. But off she goes. She's watching him, you see, and she knows she's not playing the right thing, apparently. And she's getting crazier and crazier. She's not doing Johnny B good, but never mind. We can't have everything, can we? And he loses his temper, does her dad. And he just grabs the sitar, tells her to be quiet, grabs it and smashes it to pieces. Look, he's getting angrier and angrier. Stop! Look, he's smashed it, look. Thinks he's, I don't know, Pete Townsend or something. Just grabbing the, smash. Bit of overkill, but never mind. And tells her to get out, and they say, oh, heck, no, he's not, yes. He's not a merry man. It doesn't say sorry, though. Just smashes the bugger. Thinks he's John Belushi in, was it Animal House? I think it was Animal House, wasn't it, when he smashed that guitar? Tells her to get out. And they say, I think we'd better go, says Harry. So off they go. And she's all sad. But Malay's bringing her a present, a little kitten, which turns out is Valerie's cat, called Catherine or something. But she's got to like beg him for it. Look, he's withholding it. She's got to beg him for the cat. And I thought, that's the last time we're going to see that cat. It's not. Spoiler, the cat's fine. All the way to the end of the film. So there we go. Kitten meows. Speaking of cats, I've still got that other one, that tabby cat. He's over there on the couch. I think he's ours now. I've done my best. I've got a chip reader. He's chipped. You know, he's got a microchip. But it's not being registered. So I don't know who he belongs to. I've put collars, paper collar on with my phone number on and knobbed his phone. So I think sod it. I've done my bit. We're keeping him. Anyway, that's us. Anyway, where were we? I forgot what I was saying now. She's looking for the cat. Where's the cat? I think she calls it Catherine. Or Katie, whatever. I was being formal. Katie the cat. And I didn't even notice her at the beginning. This little black kitten. I never saw him arrive with it. I mean, maybe it was there. I don't know, but I wasn't paying attention. But suddenly they've got a black cat that's gone missing. But we know where it is. Anyway, there it is. Look, she's playing away with. That's it's almost see-through, isn't it? That night is. I'm not complaining, but he takes it off her. And he says, pack your things, we're leaving. But Malay says, you're not leaving. You will not leave until I say you can leave. So Malay's controlling him. And he says that to Malay. And he says, you won't do anything to me because you're evil and you will pay for whatever you've done. And I can't remember if it tells us what he's done. He's done something bad, I assume. He does say that later on. We'll get to that, won't we? He does explain what happened, but not really. But anyway. There she is, astonishingly gorgeous. You'll be punished to the end of your miserable life. That's what they're punishing him for. And I don't know what he did. Maybe it'll tell us, because I can't remember. Because I'm hopeless. Anyway, here's Tom bringing something. I can't remember what he's bringing. I don't know. He's bringing them something. I can't remember what. Anyway, so here we go. Oh, a few more things you might be needing. Like what? I don't know. He just brought him so. I think they just needed him to be there. Yes. He's offering his help now. He's saying, I was wrong to send you away, and now I am going to help you. So there we go. So he's going to go over to his about midnight. I think he says, come at midnight. But anyway. Midnight comes. That doesn't look very midnighty, does it? It's Cornwall. Not blooming the North Pole in summer, but chucking it down in the middle of the day for midnight. So anyway, he's arrived. And we see that Tom's dug up Mad Peter. He's quite dead. I dug him up. And I'd be like, okay, see you, Tom. I'm out of here. I don't want to be involved with grave robbing, which also happens in Plague of the Zombies. They're essentially the same film, but never mind. By the way, you can see him. Look, he's moving. Look, you can see it in the. I've gone too far. Look, you can see him breathing. Look, he's moving. Look, he's not dead. He's not dead. Anyway, obviously John Lorry's not very good at holding his breath. Admittedly, they are holding the camera on him for a long time. Anyway, so where we see that on the back of his neck, there we go, he's got 2 puncture marks. Can you see him there? Like 2 fangs. So something's bit him. And nobody mentions vampires, but they do mention king cobras. That'd be a bloody big one, wouldn't it? But they do mention king cobras. They've both seen it. I've seen that, when I've been out in India. King cobra bite. And he's yes, I've seen that as well. Because remember, he was a sailor and Harry was a soldier. Right, so they're gonna pop him back in the ground. There we go. So, anyway. He's going to dig up his brother now and see if he's got the same puncture marks. But Malay's watching Valerie. Valerie! There she is. Oh, what you doing? And he's not there anymore. So, but there's a note through the door. So I'm guessing Malay delivered the other note at the beginning to Charles. And it's a note from Anna. So I'm guessing it's not Anna that's writing these notes. I'm guessing it's Malay that's luring people to their doom. But anyway. There they go. They've dug up Charles. Don't look well, does he? Don't look well. And they find that I think he's got the same bites on the back of his neck. We're going to have a look now. There we go. Oh, it's on the side of his neck this time. So there we go. The same thing killed them both. There's some creature that's going round killing people. Right, so there you go. He's come home now. I'm home. Were you frightened? I was frightfully frightened, yes. So he's going to make tea now. Anyway. Right, so the letter addressed to him. So he's going to open it. And I think it's the one that's saying, help me, or whatever. Is it going to tell us? You're going to tell us. Yes, for God's sake, help me. Signed Anna. There we go. Anna. I think that's the subtitles going mental there. Anna. What's happening here? I can't remember. There's Tom by Charles Spaulding's grave. I think he might have just filled it in. And he's hiding now. Look, he's hiding. Here comes Dr. Franklin. And he's leaving some flowers as well. Right. So he's going to go and talk to Dr. Franklin, I think. He's going to go and break in to Dr. Franklin's house. I'm going to save Anna, aren't they? That's what it is. For God's sake, help me and all that. Because obviously he'd seen the altercation earlier. I don't even know if the same day. But whatever, the other time, with the sitar being smashed and all that. So he's going to go try and help Anna. So here he is. There he goes, sees all the animals. And there he sees poor Katie's there. Look, wanting to get out. Look, bless it, poor little pussycat. Oh, but he can't because it's got a padlock. Anyway, and then he falls over and looks boz-eyed at a king cobra. It's not a real one; it's a stuffed one or whatever. Can you stuff a kid? I don't know, but anyway, it's a dead one. So he's having a mooch about, and he's going to come across Anna in spoilers. Going to come across Anna in a minute. There's one thing in this film that it doesn't explain, and I'll say it at the end. Much as his brother was at the beginning of the film, I'm sure this is the same set from The Gorgon. It looks very much like it. I think it is. Have we done The Gorgon? I think we have, haven't we? I think it's the same. Well, it is because it's Bray Studios, isn't it? So they're all the same sets. For all the films, the Dracula films, the Frankenstein, they're all the same sets, just with different pictures on the walls. Anyway, so here he goes. There we go. And then we hear he said, "Oh, get away!" And now he's, look, we get a good look at the reptile. There it is. She is, should I say? Get away! But he gets bit. But luckily, as we see, he gets bit on his shirt collar. So I think. Is that supposed to have helped? I don't know, because he doesn't die, by the way. He's been bit on his shirt collar, and she goes up shrieking and hissing. She like reverses out of frame. There we go, through a door. There we go. Giving it all that. Anyway, he goes staggering out. Everybody else died really quickly, so I'm guessing because it's through his collar, he hasn't got as much of the poison in him. I don't know, but as you can see, the blackness is spreading really quickly. And there she comes, again with an almost see-through nightie. And he says, "Get a knife," and there we go. And she gets a knife and a bowl, and he says, "Cut it." I'm guessing where the puncture marks on it, and you think there'd be some like squeezing or something. He says, "Get all the poison out" and all that stuff. That's essentially what he's saying. But she just looks like, and we don't see anything, we don't see blood squirting out or anything like that. But she somehow gets him upstairs and chucks him in bed, and just leaves him, and he's gonna be fine. Everybody else died apart from him. But I think this is Malay saying. Once they go, if he lives, they'll go to the police, and what will they? They'll come here and they'll find out all about you and Anna and all that stuff, So anyway, because he's the real baddie, is Malay. I think. I don't know, because I don't know what he did. I don't know why he's being punished. Maybe it'll tell us later, and I've just forgotten. You know what I'm like. Right, she's running to town, or the village, should I say? In probably, I don't know. I don't even know what time it is. It was night time, but it must be a really full, must be a super moon, judging by these shadows. But anyway, she's running to get Tom. Or maybe it's early morning. It might be early morning, because Tom's, there we go, in his bedclothes, knocking on the door. He says, "I'll be right there." So he comes, and he says, "Oh, he looks fine." Oh, meanwhile, Harry, is, there you go, is having a delirious dreams and stuff. There we go. Calling out to Valerie and Anna as well. Anyway, so he goes and has a look, and he says, "Oh, I'd say he's past the worst part of it." As you can see, the blackness has gone, and so I don't know where she cut him, but it worked, whatever it was. I thought he were going to say, heat up the knife, and I thought he were going to go like or something, but I don't know. Whatever she did, it saved his life. So it's going to leave him to it. Anyway, Dr. Franklin arrives. He looks out the window and he says, "I'll deal with him." And he says, "I've come to see. There we go. I've come to see Mr. Spaulding." And he says, "Too late. He died an hour ago." We know he's not dead. He's lying to him, isn't he? But anyway, there he goes, telling him he shouldn't come in. So I'll give your message to Mrs. Spaulding, because he was offering his condolences and all that. So off he goes. Anyway, so he's going to make him a cup of cocoa each, and now he's telling him that that they'd got a note from Anna asking for help. There we see. There's Anna. Look, not looking well. It doesn't explain what's going on with her, so to speak. It doesn't explain why she looked human at the beginning and now she looks like it. Doesn't explain it, but we learn that she's sloughing her skin now. Anyway, so here he is making the cocoa and putting a little pill in each one. It's not evil. He says it's just something to help you relax. So it's probably heroin or something. Everybody were doing it, weren't they, back then? Or cocaine or whatever. I don't know. It's something, some hard drug that were perfectly legal in those days. Anyway, look, he's looking fine now. So he gives him the cocoa and leaves one downstairs. "You've got one for you downstairs." What's he up to? What's Dr. Franklin up to? He's come back in. Oh, actually, just come back, hasn't he, from seeing the Spauldings. Why did we need to see that? Is it just to show that he's got back home? It must be. Anyway, so it says, "You drink that, and I've got to go and do something, but I'll be back later." So he says, "Thanks, Tom." So anyway, so she's having a think. So he's thinking, "I'm going to have to go and save Anna now. My husband's dying upstairs, maybe. I'm going to go out and save a virtual stranger." But that's what she's going to do. And obviously he's thinking about other things. He's going to go and check on his daughter. And he sees it's Anna, and then we look and we see, oh no, she's got no head. Although I actually said that out loud as I was watching it. Nobody else in the room apart from the cat. I went, she's got no head. But then he starts whacking her with his cane, look, and we see that it's just, she's sloughed her skin like a reptile does. So he's going to go looking for her. He knows where she is, so he's going to go. She's down in the catacombs or whatever, down in the cellar that Dracula comes in the Dracula, the Christopher Lee and all that. That's it, all the same sets. So as I say, goes down past the cellar, even deeper than the cellar, into the caves. Sulphur pits, apparently. Is that a thing in Cornwall? I don't know, but that's what he calls them. The sulphur there, it goes all bubbling away. And she's under there. I don't know. She's sloughed her skin, so she's just staying under there while her skin dries out. I don't know, but she's under there. We see her writhing about a little bit. Like a reptile does. But wait, that's the title. OMG. Yes. I've only said reptile about 50 times. And reptile dysfunction. Anyway, so he don't whack her with a stick this time because she's getting sorted out after she's sloughed her skin. So he just buggers off. She's not drunk her cocoa with added calming drugs. She's buggered off to Oakley Hall. There she is. So she gets through the. They need to sort that window out, don't they? Just these windows they keep leaving open. So in she goes. He's asleep, but he wakes up, and is he going to encounter her? Not yet. Yes, he's in a minute. She's looking round, obviously looking for Anna, and he's going to, have a little. Oh, there's Katie again. Look, Katie, don't forget. But he lets Katie go. Look, he gets Katie out of the cage and just pops it on the floor. We see the little pool cat on the floor. Look, there it is. Look, and he's getting. Is that a rabbit? I don't know. He's getting that out. What's he going to do with that? I don't know. Is he just letting all the animals out? I don't know. Or is he leaving them there as food for Anna when she wakes up? I don't know. But anyway, here comes Valerie. Valerie. All right, then now he's going to have a fight with Malay. I don't know if they have any words. I think they'll just start fighting. I think. He's got his sword. Look, they'll just start fighting. Screams! All right, and a fire starts because they knock over the lantern. They don't say like, "Oh, I've had enough of this. I'm going to put an end to it all once and for all," or whatever. And say, "Oh, you can't. We're going to fight." They just start fighting. And Malay ends up in the. Malay ends up in the sulphur. There they are. Has he gone in? Hang on, just a minute. In he goes. There he goes. Whee! In the sulphur. She screams because she just sees this happen. All of a sudden, she doesn't know Malay is the bad guy, by the way, and that he's just dispatched the bad guy. I'd say bad guy. He's the one that's controlling him, isn't he? So he's not putting a stop to it. He's like assisting in Anna going around and killing people. But anyway, so she's running out, and he's running after her and grabbing hold of her, and he locks her in this room, and then Sverre explains what's going on. That vile thing under the blanket is my daughter Anna. She didn't even see. So what are you talking about? I don't know what you're on about. I didn't see anything, but he's explaining it, and they got a loathsome thing used. I'm gonna, cause I can't remember if he says. He says he went, to Borneo somewhere. I think it was Borneo. He does explain it in a bit. He's still asleep. Right, here we go. Is he going to say it here? She was my only happiness, my dearest possession. They knew that was the way to punish me, but what did he do? I don't know. There you go. Told you of the years I spent in the East. He says he went to Borneo, investigating their primitive religions. This is people in Borneo. Oh, there we go. The Orang Sancto, the snake people. So what did he do that he needed punishing? I don't think he says. He discovered their secret, right? Fair enough, and I managed it and returned to Singapore. So I managed to find out their secret and returned to Singapore to write up his investigations. And then Anna disappeared, and that's when she became the reptile or whatever. But yeah, we don't know. And then she came back. No idea. And then she just came back. And she was they had their revenge. Anna was one of them. But what? Just because he stole their secrets? He didn't do. That's all he did. He didn't kill anybody. So there you go. It must be like the magic circle. They'll hunt you down, won't they, if you give magic secrets away? It's why the masked magician. We don't know who he is. Anyway, so he brought her back here with Malay. There you go, because the sulphur streams underneath the mansion keep her warm in winter. She'll die in the cold, apparently. There you go. And she once a month or once a year, I can't remember what it says, but every so often she sloughs the skin. But we can see the smoke coming to the fire spreading downstairs. I think that statue's in another Hammer film. It does look familiar. I can't think what I've seen it in. Maybe this one. Anyway, there you go, the fire's spreading. Tom's come back. Mrs. Spaulding, and he sees that she's not drunk her cocoa. Look, she's not drunk it. And then he sees the letter. And so he says, she's gone after Hannah. Then we cut to, I can't work out if this is the actual building or if it's a model. I think it might be a model. Don't know, because they won't be burning the real place down, but it's like a model in. It's a model. Anyway, so he locks her in there. What's the face? Anna's woken up. Obviously, her skin's dried out now, or whatever happens to animals that slough the skin. It's something like that, isn't it? So off she goes. So he's good. And then he gets got by Anna gets him, and so he's like, no, she's because maybe I don't know. Can she did she not know it was him, or did she do it on purpose? I don't know. Anyway, she comes in a minute. There you go. In she comes, and we're going to have a bit of a set two. They're running to the. Has he got the trap? I don't know. But we see the mansion's burning down, and she's ready to get Valerie. She's about to get Valerie. Look, no! But just as that happens, Tom and Harry smash the windows, and she goes. She can speak because she says, "Cold, it's cold." Creature moans and says, "It does." I'm sure it does. There we go. It's cold. So she's intelligent while she's the reptile. Anyway, I was thinking of a different film, by the way, earlier on. When I was watching, I think, have I seen this? And does it? But I was thinking of Blood Beast Terror, which is another rubbish film. But I don't think that's a Hammer film. I was thinking of the ending of that. That's about like a giant bee woman person. Anyway, so there you go. So she like collapses. Hang on, where are we? It's like collapses to the floor because it's too cold for her. Meanwhile, Harry's trying to get in, looking, Valerie. There she's on the floor, and anyway, they get her out. Look, and she's like, "Oh, look, I've got to save the cat." He said, "Don't be a fool, bugger the cat." But she said, "No, I've got to get the cat." So she does. She saves the cat, and out they run. Watch the mansion burning, and that's the end because the credits are going to go up any minute now. There we go. The cat's safe. Look, Katie's safe. Bless it. And off go the credits. The end. The end. A fun film. I like The Reptile, but the next film is much better in my opinion. Yeah, it's good. It's good. A bit slight. I don't know why Anna were in human form at the beginning. and then turned into the reptile and then sloughed her skin and became. I don't know. So would she turn back into a human again? I don't know. Or was she just the reptile at night? I don't know. It doesn't explain it. It doesn't explain what he did to have this punishment on his daughter and him, obviously. Just because he took, he learned their secrets and took it away and wrote it down. I don't know, but whatever. It's a fun flick, a fun hammer romp. So there we go. Produced at Bray Studios, like they all were, pretty much. So anyway, right. So that's the end of The Reptile. Give it a whirl. I'm sure it's on Amazon Prime. I think a lot of the Hammer films are on Amazon Prime, aren't they? They're in the UK anyway. Or you can get the good old box set. Right. We'll move on to... Hang on, I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. We'll move on to the other one. Plague of the Zombies. I nearly forgot what I'm bloody watching then. Hang on, where are we? Where is it? Where have I put the blooming thing? The Plague of the Zombies. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, stop it. There we go. So, The Plague of the Zombies. Hang on. Get this ready. But before that, I've got to talk about it, haven't I? Plague of the Zombies. From the same year, 1966. Directed by John Gilling, starring the amazing Andre Morell. I love Andre Morell. He was Quatermass in the original BBC Quatermass and the Pit serial. He's played Watson in, I think, the Hammer. What's his face? Sherlock Holmes films. Bridge on the River Kwai, Ben-Hur. He's an amazing actor. I think he's got an amazing screen presence as Andre Morell. And for an older fella, he's really, really good. I just wish he were in more stuff. And I don't know why. Hang on. Just a minute. Just says it's a fun film. It is. It is fun, is The Reptile. When you go say, I'm a reptile at night, so I can. So I can. Is that from a song? I don't know. But the 60s were an interesting time. I was born in the 60s. Not that I remember anything about them. But anyway. Yes, Andre Morell. Also, Andre Morell, Diane Clare, Brooke Williams, Jacqueline Pierce again, John Carson, Alexander Davion, and Michael Ripper as well. Again, playing a different character. Set in the same... I don't know if it's set in the same village. It's in Cornwall again, oddly enough. But music by James Bernard. So, dun, dun, dun. At a budget of $100,000, probably about the same as the other film. But we've got a box office thing on here on Wikipedia. $2.345 million at the box office. So I'm guessing that's at the American. So it probably did really well. Right, so there we go. Anything else? No, that's it. Right, so we'll get on with it, shall we? And I really like this film. I think it's miles better than The Reptile. Even though I enjoy The Reptile, I think this is a lot better, in my opinion. Probably because of Andre Morell. I was singing it to Sunglasses at Night. I don't know that one. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm going to have to look that up now, aren't I? I probably know the tune. Corey Hart, Sunglasses at Night. Just bear with me, you might hear it. I don't know. I don't know that song. No, I don't know it. Anyway, right, we'll get on with it. Again, I'll say it again. I'll reiterate. I forgot which one I'm at. Where are we? No, it's not that one. Not that one. That one. We're not going to watch the film. We're going to watch it in a series of stills. Maybe play the odd snippet. Right, off we go. The Plague of the Zombies. By the way, the zombies in this, I think, are amazing. Remember, this is before Night of the Living Dead. There've been zombie films before this, obviously. But for me, I think this was the dawn of the zombie film. I think George Romero probably saw this and thought, I'm going to do a film about zombies. Because I think they're great in this. Right. So, I forgot where I was now. Let's make sure we're still going, by the way, on YouTube. Yeah, and we're still going on Rumble. No chats in Rumble. And we're still going on Twitch. Yeah, we are. Right. Off we go. There we go. Associated British Pathé Limited presents. By the way, we've started with some very questionable, stereotypical stuff going on here with. I don't know what you can call people these black people. You just call them black people these days, don't you? It's hard work, innit? Just I agree. This was the beginning of zombies. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know every zombie film, but I know there had been zombie films before, like White Zombie and other films like that. But I think this might have been an early one where we've seen them rising from the grave. It even shows them coming out of the graves and stuff later on. You can't see me. I'm behind Justin's text, text. I keep saying text. Anyway, where were we? There we go. Beating drums and stuff. There's some sort of ritual going on. I think we're back in the sulphur caves. Looks like it, doesn't it? I think it definitely is, isn't it? Because it is. It's the same set, isn't it? The sulphur pool is just behind me. Anyway, so he's got somebody in a weird mask and got his white robes on. He's been eating spaghetti bolognese or something by the looks of it. So he gets a little coffin out, and we see he's got a there we go. We see he's got a voodoo doll. It's all about voodoo and the hoodoo that you do. But there it is. A very well endowed voodoo doll. And we see it's obviously a voodoo doll of the lovely Jacqueline Pierce, who plays. Can't remember the character's name in this. I'll have to check. I've forgotten already. Alice. She plays Alice in this. But she's been, zombified, so to speak. She's not a zombie yet, but she's going to be. Right, so they're doing all there we go. Cada Nostra, Cada Estra, Clatu Barata, Nicto. You see, he's got a ring on, look. Which we'll see in a bit. The good old hammer blood. It's just like tomato puree or something, or a Bloody Mary. Because I think Brent Spiner wore that mask. Yes, it's. I can't remember the name of them now. The episode that I really like, that everybody hates, Masks. I think that's season 7, innit, of TNG. I think that's a great episode, is that? But yes, he did. All modern type zombies, the movie White Zombie may hold the title off first. Like I say, I don't know. I'm not an expert on zombie films. But the zombies in this were really cool. So anyway, it's got a little ampule, whatever you want to call it, of hammer claret. And then we see that she starts bleeding. You can see the tube that it's coming out of. That's bleeding from an injury, and there you go. Pours it onto onto the doll, and there we go. And then we get the credits. The Plague of the Zombies. Why did they need so many thes? Why did they say the Plague of Zombies or Plague of the Zombies? Too many thes. Anyway, there we go. Starring Andre Morell, Diane Clare, who was dubbed. I don't know who dubbed her in this. I should check, shouldn't I? She had a voice overdubbed, and I don't know why. And I meant to check, put it in my notes, and I forgot. So I will check now and see if it says on IMDb. It doesn't say, I don't think, on Wikipedia. Let me check. Production. No, it doesn't say. Shot back to back with the Reptile, using the same sets, a Cornish village created on the back lot by Bernard Robinson. Pierce and Ripper appeared in both films. Yes, they did. The film was released in some markets on a double feature with Dracula, Prince of Darkness, which I think was the second Hammer Dracula film, I think. Was it? I think it was. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yes, checking. Go away. I don't want to rate it. Where were we? All cast and crew. Let's have a look. Sylvia voice I'm looking for. Oh, don't say. Doesn't say. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Oh, fair enough. Doesn't say. But, you know, in the things it says, hang on, where are we? Diane Clare's voice is dubbed in this movie. And usually it tells you in IMDb, doesn't it, who does the overdubbing. But, never mind. But it doesn't say who. But this film takes place in August 1860, apparently. Diane Clare plays Sylvia. Also appeared in The Haunting a few years earlier. 1963, that wasn't it? Which we've done. You're right, Win Grace looks like it. Yes, it does. Masks is underrated. I love that episode of TNG Masks. I think it's great. Anyway, where were we? Right, off we go. Credits. Music by James Bernard. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Right, we're off. Right, we're not at the Bray Studios. Oh, I forgot. Oakley Court. They're at somewhere else. What is it? I've got it in my notes. Forbes Mansion. Heatherden Hall. Pinewood Studios. Which has also been in From Russia with Love, which we did over Christmas, didn't we? It played the Spectre HQ or whatever at the beginning of From Russia with Love. So there we go. That it? Yeah, that's it. So, but at a different place, which is odd for Hammer. But anyway, right. So here's Andre Morel, getting his fishing rod ready. Here comes his daughter. Don't know how old he was when she was born, but then, say that though, he's probably younger than me in this. I don't know. How old was Andre Morel when this came out? Let me check. Because people in the olden days looked older than they were, didn't they? Because they had harder lives. 1909 he was born. Oh, so he was. But no. This came out in 66, so he was 57. He's the same age as me in this film. So who looks better for it? He's 57 here. Actually, he's probably younger because this will have been filmed the year before, wasn't it? So he was probably 56 when he made this. So he's younger than me here. But anyway, there we go. He's nearly hitting her with it. And then we've got a letter from Cornwall, and it's from one of his students. He's a doctor, by the way. He plays Sir somebody or other. Can't remember. Sir James Forbes, who's a doctor, a medical doctor, who taught, a professor of medicine, that's what I'm trying to say, who taught in London. And he's got a letter from one of his best students, Dr. Peter Thompson, who's now a GP, general practitioner in Cornwall. And weird things are happening, people are dying. So there you go. And we also learned that he married one of Sylvia's, this is Sylvia by the way, one of Sylvia's friends, school friends or childhood friends, Alice, who is Jacqueline Pierce. So they're going to go down and visit him, and they're not going to let him know that they're coming. They're just going, with bags packed and everything. Anyway, there you go. People have been dying off, and I wonder what it's all about. Need your advice, blah, blah, blah. Go to Cornwall, it's miles away. I love Andre Morel. He's got a great voice. Another great voice in this, by the way, is by where are we? John Carson, who plays Squire Clive Hamilton. And I thought it was James Mason. I thought, have they got James Mason in to overdub him? But it's not in the credits, so I don't know. But it sounds just like James Mason. When we get to him, I'll play a bit. Anyway, there we go. So anyway, they're going to head out to Cornwall. Going to book a train. Are we going to see the Titfield Thunderbolt again? I don't know. But anyway, off they go. No, we've eschewed the train and they're in a carriage. And she sees a fox. There we go. Ooh, a fox. Oh, hang on. There we go. A fox running for its life. Is it the Bellstone fox? If you don't know what I'm on about, look it up. I don't know if it's on his streaming services. It's a British film from the 70s. It is an astonishingly good film. I've got it on DVD. The Bellstone Fox. Just look it up, and if you can find it, watch it. That's all I'm going to say. Right, so she sees a fox, and then there's a fox hunt. Look, a fox hunt is there. There we go. Here they are. Giving it all that. And so, anyway, they stop the carriage. Have you seen a fox? And the driver says, no, we're watching the road. And then she says, I saw your fox. He went that way, pointing the wrong direction, obviously. So, there you go. So she sends him the wrong way. These are bad guys, by the way. Obviously. Because fox hunting is now illegal in the UK. Thank goodness. So we're learning that, there we go, he says, I hope you don't meet him again because you've sent him the wrong way. Anyway, they end up, here they are, in the village that we've just seen in the Reptile. There you go, White Tar, Ales and Cider. It's the same place. But we don't go inside the pub, I don't think. Oh no, we do, I'm lying. We do go in the pub shortly. But it's this building over here that we spend most of our time in, which I don't think featured in the Reptile, did it? Anyway, they arrive. We see there's a funeral going on. Both films start with a funeral, essentially, don't they? There they are, carrying a coffin to the cemetery. And here come the hunt. So she's sent them the wrong way. They've ended up running through the village, which was actually a thing that happened. When there were fox hunts in the UK, you'd often get villagers complaining that the fox hunt just rode through their gardens and stuff like that, chasing a fox. You know, bloody toffs. Anyway, so the cause problems. There we go, and the good riding past the pallbearers, and obviously the coffin goes over the bridge. There we go, and he's like, oh blimey, and they're all unapologetic. We get a look at the, there we are, the poor fella in the coffin. There he is. We're going to see him again soon. He was not going to look like that. He's bloody smiling, look, because he's a baddie. He says, what the blaze are you doing? Says Andre Morel. And he says, oh, blah, blah, blah. They ride off. And this is the brother of the fella in the coffin. And says, oh, is there anything we can do to help? Oh, get out of here, you're strangers, etc. So, but the vicar's more, more vicary. So anyway, so off they go to Peter's house, Dr. Peter Thompson, and here comes Alice, Peter Thompson's wife, the lovely Jacqueline Pierce. And look, you didn't tell us you were coming, and all that stuff. So anyway, they're going. They're just saying, we're stopping here. Is that all right? Yeah, whatever. Not like, we'll stop at the inn or whatever they've got. No, we're stopping here. We're arriving unannounced, because you could do that back then, probably. Anyway, so I was having a look at her wrist, that she's been injured. I don't know if it suggests that maybe she tried to, end her life or whatever. I don't know if it was. She said it was an accident, but she was quite secretive about it. But it's there, it's on her wrist there. This injury. But anyway, but there is a reason for it. It's the bad guy who saw at the beginning with the ring. He got it off her through that were her blood in the vial and all that stuff. And now she's under his spell. Anyway, we learn that Peter is probably out on his rounds, but he's not. He's in the pub. Look, I missed this bit watching it earlier. If it's inconvenient, we can always stay at the inn. He said, oh, no, stay here. So I missed that bit, so I'll let him off. Because it's Andre Morel, you see. He's amazing. Anyway. So, there you go. They're making tea. And he said, I hope there's something stronger, because it must be an alcoholic as well. And he said, I'll slip out later and wet my whistle. Anyway, talking about the trouble, the people dying and all that stuff. But he's going to go and see if he can find Peter. Found the Bellstone Fox. Cool. It is a really, really good film. It is really, really good. It's not a horror film or anything like that. It's a nice English film about a fox that is essentially raised by a man who keeps the hounds for a fox hunt, and it's an amazing film. But anyway, right. So he's going to go find Peter, and we see that Peter's there. There he is in the pub having a drink. No Michael Ripper behind the bar. Michael Ripper plays a policeman in this one, a sergeant. But here's the brother. It's called Martinus. Don't know why they've called him that, Martinus. Why don't we call him Martin? It's Cornwall, for Christ's sake. It's not bloody ancient Rome, but never mind. He's the brother, and he's a bit angry with the doctor, because the doctor doesn't know what's causing all the deaths and all that. He said, I did my best. He said, your best wasn't good enough, he's dead. He says, yes, but I don't know what's causing all these deaths. He says, because you're rubbish. And he says, well, whatever. So they nearly come to blows. But then good old, I forgot his name already, Dr. Forbes comes in and diffuses the situation, buys everybody around and gets Peter out of there. Right, so anyway, so we're going to learn all about what's going on. Anyway, so he's going to talk, him and Peter's going to have a chat. He's saying to Peter, that's not the answer. Yes, well, whatever. But anyway, people have been dying and they don't know what of, and they won't allow any autopsies because the villagers won't allow autopsies. They won't allow them to cut up their relatives, so he doesn't know what's causing all these deaths. So is it this bit where he suggests? Oh, right, so we learn that the local squire, whose name I've forgotten already. Clive Hamilton, the local squire, he's the coroner, the magistrate, and all that, and he won't allow anything either. He's in charge of the area, and he's the son. There was a squire before him that died, and he were away in Haiti, it seems. Yes, he's Trelane. No harpsichords in this, or computers. Where were we? He's the son of the previous squire, obviously. And when his father died, he went away in Haiti, learning all about voodoo, and then he came back and all that stuff, and took up the squireage, if that's a word. But there he is in his house. Where are we? There he is, having a drink, and we see he's got his ring on. So he's the fella from the beginning with his Benson and Hedges ring. You've no idea what I'm talking about. It's a cigarette brand, B&H. I don't know what it means. So, this is a bit problematic as well. It gets cut out. Master. But anyway, so they're going to have some ritual or whatever tonight. They tell the others, the fox hunting people are the others, and he's got a wacky sideburns there, hasn't he? But anyway. Right, so back at the Thompson house, she's telling, I nearly called her Anna then, she was Anna in the other film, what's she called in this? Alice. Alice is telling Sylvia, because Sylvia's unmarried, by the way, so, she's practically a hag, telling her that, the squire, Clive Hamilton, he's a lovely man. He's very charming, and you could do worse. Trying to marry her off to him, and all that stuff. They go rich and unattached, and all that stuff. Anyway, so we learn. She thinks, that she's hiding something. She says, "No, I'm fine." Anyway, I says, "What was his name again?" Clive Hamilton, and we'd learned his name earlier on. So. They're washing up, by the way. They'd sent the girls away and said, we'll handle the washing up. And now they start basically smashing all the crockery because they keep dropping the plates. Because what do men know about housework? And first Peter drops one. He says, I'd better do the drying. Says, I forgot his name already. Dr. Forbes. I'm going to call him Andre Morel. It says, I'd better do the drying. So they swap over, and then he says, you know what we've got to do? We've got to go and dig up this poor fella, Martinus's brother. Has he got a name? I don't know. We just know him as Martinus's brother. John Martin. Oh, it's his last name, Martinus. All right. So he's Tom Martinus. I thought that was his first name, but whatever. They're going to go and dig up his brother. And says, you what? He says, yes, full moon, couldn't be better. We'll do it, when the village sleeps and all that. And then he drops his plate as well. Oops. So, meanwhile, Sylvia sees Alice heading out the village in some sort of trance. So she follows her, because whatever. So she heads out through the village. What time is it? It's 11:10. Get home. What are they up to? Don't know. I'm going to have a smooch in the corner, aren't they? Anyway, so she heads after her. I bet this is treacherous in the rain. Look at all that moss and stuff. I bet that's slippery in the rain. Ooh, I won't want to go down there. Be on my arse. Anyway, she's following her out into the woods, into Black Park Woods. That's where it was filmed, at Bray. And we see her. She's in some sort of trance. Look, I'm in a trance. Through the woods. And calling after her, Alice! Anyway, she ends up here, which turns out it's an old tin mine, because they used to mine tin in Cornwall. That was the big industry in Cornwall back in the day. Maybe it still is, I don't know. But they used to mine tin. But it's closed down, apparently. The old squire used to run the mine, but said apparently there's still loads of tin down there, but said it got too dangerous and workers said they wouldn't go, and they said it were haunted and stuff like that. So the old squire shut it down, and then he died, and the new young squire came, and apparently he's super rich, and they don't know where he's got his money from, but we find out later. Anyway, so here she goes, heading over there. And then a shadow falls across her, and she doesn't look happy, does she? Ooh! But then Sylvia arrives in a minute. Yes, no. We've got a bit more to go first. Martinus, Tom Martinus, he arrives. Look, he's got a black armband. Look, black armband's all the rage. I know it's because he's mourning his brother, but in the Reptile, t'other fella had one, didn't he? Because his brother were killed. That's it. That's the same film. Anyway, he jumps out, scares her. She runs off. He doesn't attack her or anything like that. He's drunk, essentially, is Tom. She runs off, but he gets chased by the fox hunt. There we go. And he pops her up onto his horse, or pops a stunt woman up onto his horse. There we go, because that's obviously not Diane Clare, is it? Oh, look, she's so happy. Look, I'm on a horse. Don't know who it is. And they head out to the hall. Do we see this hall from the outside? I don't know. Is this? I don't know if we do or not. Looks back to Oakley Court. I don't know, but anyway, they drag her inside, and it's kind of reminiscent a little bit of, I don't know. It reminds me of the beginning of the Hammer version of Hound of the Baskervilles. There's a similar sort of thing. And also a bit in Curse of the Werewolf, that the Oliver Reed one, where there's the toffs are baiting the other people, but it kind of reminds me of that, but it's different. So they're pushing her about, and God knows what they're gonna do to her. But then Clive, I forgot his name already. Is it Hamilton? It doesn't sound right. I've forgotten. What am I like? Yes, it is Hamilton. Clive Hamilton appears and tells them to leave her alone, and he tells them all to get out. But they're placing bets on who's gonna, I don't know, deflower her. I don't know, but anyway. There we go. He comes down and says, "Get out!" And he gives the other fella a slap. Him, and to be honest, I thought he was going to be Clive Hamilton, and I thought the other fella that sounds like James Mason, I thought he was going to be, the old squire, but it's not. I don't even know his name. I don't know the names of any of his henchmen. Do they even have names? I don't know. No, they're just called Youngbloods. So, anyway. He might be Denver. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyway. So he's telling her, get out, and he's trying to apologise to her for what's happened, but she doesn't accept his apology. By the way, listen to his voice. It sounds just like James Mason. Probably doesn't in this bit, now I've said that, but...
Clive Hamilton.
Will you kindly take me home, Mr. Hamilton?
I fear that you have not forgiven me yet.
I can't do James Mason. James Mason's got an amazing voice, but he sounds just like James Mason. Anyway. Let's make sure we're still going. I'm always wary after I've played the clip that I'm going to get taken off the air. No, we're fine. Right. So, she doesn't accept his apology, and she's basically left to walk home, essentially. I think he even offers to take her home. He says, no! Oh, no, will you take me home, or do I have to walk? Says, no, nothing. They'll take it. I have to walk. So it says, fine, bugger off then. Go on. But he's trying to. So first off, she says, "Will you take me home?" And then she's been she's been stubborn, isn't she? Now he said, "You can't walk. I'll take you home." No, I'm walking. Whatever, just go. Go on, sod off. Anyway, so off she goes. Right. So, he's Denver. Yes, Denver. Everything is ready, master. So they're going to go back down to the sulphur caves. It's the tin mine. And the secret doors and everything. Look, in a minute, is it? Here we go. Here he comes. Oh, no. Never mind. Must be later on with the secret door. Meanwhile, Andre Morell and Peter, they're going to do a bit of midnight grave robbing. They're supposed to be, let's say, the brightest full moon ever. So off they go. By the way, they're really good at digging graves in this film without getting any dirt on them whatsoever. Anyway, so she's heading home, maybe. I don't know, she lost. But she ends up at this old tin mine. There it is. 1 minute it's dark, next minute it's daylight, whatever. But anyway, there we go. She hears a noise. And I think it's one of the greatest zombie reveals ever. Are you ready? In a minute. In a minute. Is that terrifying or what? That's one of the greatest zombie reveals ever. Even scared the cat. Anyway, so then she sees that the zombie had Alice. Look, and Alice is quite departed. She has left Vegas or whatever or left Hollywood or whatever the phrase is. Joni Martinus. Oh, there you go, 1860. There we go. That's why we know what year it's in. We even know what day it were on when he died. So anyway, there we go. They dug up the grave. Very, straight. Really good at digging graves. Look at how bloody level they are. It'd be all over the place if I'd dug that. It wouldn't be, what did they say on Mystery Science Theatre 3000 that time? It showed somebody digging a hole like that, and they said he's, I forgot what the phrase was. I can't remember. It's like a polygonal savant or something like that. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, before they have a chance to open the coffin, they hear a noise and look behind them. It's Michael Ripper as the local sergeant and his constable. We're going to have to charge her, they don't say grave robbing, they say something else. I forgot what they call it. Anyway. So, there we go. Hang on. What's the charge going to be? Oh, there we go. Body snatching. There we go. I think the Birken hair. It says, oh, well, if you're going to charge me, I might as well look in the coffin. Aha! We're looking. There's no chap in there. Young John Martinus has disappeared. He's not in there. So they're like, oh, well, that's weird. So they're all going to work together now and find out what's going on. There we go. So they're trying to find out. They're going to say, we need to find out what's killing all these young men and why the bodies are disappearing. So they also learn that the sergeant's son has also passed away. And then I think there's later on in the film, I think it's later on in the film, they start digging up all the other graves as well. And we learn that loads of all the others are empty as well. But that's a bit later. He sends you'll go back home, Andre Morel, and we'll fill this grave back in. So off they're doing that. Meanwhile, Sylvia comes running in, and he just sees her, and she collapses. Here she goes, oh look, oh, swoon, just outside their house, and so he gets her in. Then we cut to next morning. Peter comes in, as I said, looking fine. Been digging graves all night, but you know, they're saying they can't find Alice. Where is she? And he tells her the bad news. That Sylvia saw Alice and she's dead. She's out on the moors somewhere. So, she's dead. Oh no! And just a bit of good acting here. You ready? Oh no! So anyway, so they've got to go out and find her. Yes, and this way, they can perform an autopsy finally on. Alice's body when they find her. So they're going to go out and look for her. And she comes in a body hunting green dress. I'm ready. So off they go out into Black Park. They find Tom Martinus in a drunken stupor. They wake him up, but just near where he was, they find what's her face, Alice's body. Remember, she wasn't there. She was by the tin mine, wasn't she? Before it gets addressed. Don't worry, she's there. So somebody's trying to pin what happened to her on Tom Martinus. So he gets arrested. Anyway, they found her. So they couldn't do an autopsy. Anyway, we learn that this blood that's on her is not her blood. It's animal blood. I said, it's obviously some sort of ritual's gone on. And anyway, that's where he looks at the cut that was on her wrist. Is it going to show it? Never mind. There you go. I said, that's where he says, how did she do this? So on some glass, but she was secretive about it. So that's how Clive Hamilton got her blood in his little vial, his little vial of Hammer tomato juice. Anyway, so then he's going to do the autopsy itself. That's where he's checking the blood. It's not. They can just tell by looking in the microscope that obviously human blood and animal blood looks completely different under the microscope, apparently. But they say it's animal blood. Anyway, so there we go. He's setting off with the autopsy. There he is doing I presume the Y incision. But don't worry, we don't see that. Meanwhile, the sergeant, does he have a name? I don't know. Sergeant Jack Swift. That's a cool name. That's a cool name. Jack Swift. Sergeant Swift is interrogating Tom Martinus and saying, what are you doing out there? He says, I was just drunk, and all that stuff, and I didn't see, Mrs. Thompson and all. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know anything what's going on. I didn't kill her. There you go. That's where it says you got drunk and all that jazz. And he says he saw his brother. There you go. He says, you won't believe me if I told you, but tell me. I saw my brother walking about and his face were all horrible and all that stuff. So, anyway. Right. So, he's finished his autopsy and he says he doesn't know I don't know. I don't know what killed her. Then the sergeant comes in. He says, the door were open, so I let myself in. He says, I think you need to come and talk to young Martinus. So he says, all right then. So he tells him all that. And he believes him. He says, I know you don't believe me. And he says, I believe every word you've said. I love Andre Morel, I do. I think he's got a great voice. I'm going to say it now here.
Your brother is dead and buried.
Great voice. Your brother is dead and buried. But anyway, so he told him he saw his brother walking about up moor. And so you don't believe me, do you, sir? This is where he says, I believe every word you've said. There we go. But Sergeant Swift don't believe him. He says, you're going to stay here until, I've finished my investigation. So they're going to lock him up in the cell. So, right. By the way, is it a bad crime area? I mean, look at all these bloody locks and bolts and chains on this door, for crying out loud. There's another one at the bottom as well that we'll see in a minute. Anyway, it's come back. Wondering what's going on. Goes to check on his on Sylvia. She says, Oh, right, he asks her, when you saw Alice, the other night, was she in the same place? I don't know why he's thinking she's moved. I don't know, but was she in the same? He's obviously got his suspicions. Was she in the same place? I said, no, I saw her by the old mine. She doesn't know what a tin mine, but I saw her by a building. I think we're a mine or whatever. So obviously they think somebody's moved her. And then he talks about the zombie that were holding her, holding Alice, and he says, did you recognise him? And he says, it was the young man from the coffin, Martinus's brother. I don't actually recognise, because he looked totally different, didn't he? And he was like going, wasn't he? But never mind. But she said, yes, I think it was him. Anyway, so got more stuff to do. Out they go again. Look at all bloody locks. Look. Must be a bad crime area at Bray Studios. Or this Cornish village. I don't know if it's Clagmore. It was Clagmore in the previous one, wasn't it? But whatever. It's got a bell there. Look. Oh, he's a doctor, isn't he? So probably come in and say, Doctor, bing, bing, bing. Whatever. Right, so they're going to check out the mine. Here we go. Sergeant Swift's with them. This way he tells them that, it's a tin mine and it's shut down, but the young squire is rich. We don't know where he gets his money from, blah, blah, blah. Sylvia's at home doing some polishing. But Clive Hamilton arrives, there we go, and he's still apologising for what happened, and he's come to pay his respects to Dr. Thompson about what's happened to his wife. But anyway, still talking like James Mason. That's an amazing voice. I'm going to listen to him again.
Very much, Mr. Hamilton.
Oh, I should like to be popular, of course.
Like to be popular, of course. But anyway, then he asks for a drink of water. He says, would you like some sherry? So he's giving him the sherry, and then he drops the glass. There we go. Oh, it's broken, and she bends down to pick it up. And then he does the same at the same time, and he pretends to. He don't pretend. He grabs her hand and cuts her hand on the glass. Obviously, tries to make out it's an accident. And then what the hell's the blood made of? I don't know, but look. She's got bloody, I don't know. I said tomato juice flowing through her veins. Anyway, and you think, a couple of drops at the bottom of this glass. It's a different glass, by the way. He's got a couple of drops. Bloody half full when we see it again. So he pops it down, puts a little bandage on it. Puts a little. Look. Hang on. Look. A couple of drops. Anyway, whatever. It's hammer blood. It's fine. And he bandages her finger up. So he's got her blood now, so she's going to be in his thrall before very long. Anyway, kisses her hand and buggers off. Right, he's back at Hamilton Manor, or whatever the hell it's called. So he's going to go into his secret room now, in a minute. Oh, I know, but first he's got a secret drawer with no handle on, look. You've got to press a button to open it, where he keeps his little coffins. And he's got a new one now. So this is going to be Sylvia's voodoo doll. So, then he knocks on this door and says, it's the master, let me in. And then in he goes, and we don't see what happens. Right. Whew. Poor Alice is lying in state, and they're she's having a look at her. And she's obviously got suspicions now, because she looks at, there we go, she's that injury. So does she suspect now that it was deliberate what Clive Hamilton did? I don't know, but anyway. So off she goes. Anyway, back in the tin mines or sulphur mine, or whatever the hell. Sonic the Hedgehog's been there by the looks, hasn't he? All these gold rings. They're back giving it all. Oh. Very stereotypical. So he's off doing his heathen tricks. They're burying Alice. And while they're doing that, he's doing his ritual. And she goes all faint and stuff. There we go. Pouring the blood. You see the blood starts bleeding from her finger and all that. Luckily, she hasn't got a glove on that hand, so we can see it. And she goes all swoony. So Peter takes her away as the funeral draws to a close. Anyway, Andre Morel asks the vicar, I understand you've got a very extensive library. Do you have any books on witchcraft or black magic? And he's like, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, lets him look at his books. And he finds this one with lots of pictures that's less of a book, a published work, tome. It's more of a scrapbook, really, because it's just like got things pasted in, hasn't it? What does it say? The earth shook and trembled. Well, it's just from the Psalms, that according to that, isn't it? In former centuries, an object called the Hand of Glory. What are they on about? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, hang on, does it say here? Supposed to correspond to the invisible powers. Their interpretation is more than dubious. Nevertheless, this pentacle drawn, of course, on virgin parchment will be found to have an infallible effect. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, it's learning all about Haitian voodoo. Gives him Harry Potter. Yes, because that's a gateway, isn't it, to witchcraft. Like I say, it's more of a scrapbook, isn't it, this, than a published, as I said, tome, but never mind. So he's learned all about it now. He knows what's going on. So here he comes back with the vicar, says, I know what's going on. It's all voodoo from Haiti. Or as he pronounced it, Haiti. I find this absolutely disgusting, because, whatever. Anyway, so they're talking about zombies now. So they found they can bring people back from the dead, use them, they control them because they're zombies. Anyway, so they're going to have to go and dig up all the other bodies in the cemetery and find out what's going on. So, anyway, here we go. We're going to start digging up. There we go. Start digging up the other. Oh no, that's not what they're going to do. They're going to wait because Alice has been buried. They're going to wait and see if she basically claws her way out. But she doesn't, because they send the vicar's having a rest. So they send him away. Say, you go, and we'll carry on watching the grave and see if she pops up. So the vicar buggers off, but he's being watched by Brent Spiner in his mask. I forgot his name already. Danvers. I forgot already. I can't remember. Hang on, let's have a look. Denver. Why can I not remember Denver? Don't know. Probably too obvious. Denver chases him, and I thought he were killing him actually, because he grabs hold of him. There we go. And he's throttling him. There we go. And they hear him crawl out, so they go running. But it's all a distraction. It's just a distraction to get him out of the way. They find him. There we go. We see there's Clive Hamilton there. When I ever say Clive Hamilton, I just keep thinking of it sounds like a racing driver or something, doesn't it? But Formula One. Anyway, Clive Hamilton's there. Anyway, they find him there. He's not dead, you see. I thought he'd killed the vicar, but no, he's fine. So they help him up and take him home. There we go. Who attacked you? Don't know. He wore a mask. Right. So Clive Hamilton's back. Not back. Clive Hamilton's at Alice's grave with his lackeys, and they dig it up. Super quick time. I said they're really good at digging graves in this film. Take the vicar home. By the way, the vicar lives at the bottom. Hang on, where are we? At the bottom of that deadly ramp. Look, it's probably lethal in the rain. All that moss. Anyway, there we go. So they dug her up, and they've opened it up. There she is. There's a bit of a what they call it. Continuity error coming up in a minute, but as you can see, there she is. Looks perfectly fine there in the grave, doesn't she? Does Alice? But anyway, they hear them coming because they've got tap shoes on or something. You can hear them a mile away. You can hear the tip tap of their shoes. So they go running off, and here they come round the corner. And so they head to the grave, and they see that, oh, they've dug Alice's grave up. And this is where we get the continuity here. There we go. She's grey there. Why is she grey? Don't go grey yet. And then cuts back to them, and then we cut back to Alice. No, she's fine again. Turn it off, rubbish. Anyway, we start doing her dissolves. She starts turning into a zombie now. There we go, look. She's starting to turn into a zombie. And then she opens her eyes. You ready? Ah! But she don't have white. We see some zombies later. Maybe they'll turn white at some point. I don't know. But other zombies we see have just got white eyes. But white eyes. Anyway, and she gets up out of the grave. Look, she's coming together. And they're backing up. Anyway, she's smiling at him in an evil zombie smiley way. Anyway, he backs up and he finds a shovel. So this is years before the Evil Dead, when Ash chopped off his girlfriend's head. So it must give her a good old swing, or this shovel's really sharp. But then again, zombies are kind of made of jelly or something. I don't know, they're squishy. Has a swing. Here we go. And don't worry, there's no gore. Chops her head off. We just see her head fall to the floor. There we go. There we go. And that's the end of Alice. And he faints, does Peter, because he's a big girl's blouse. He's a doctor, for crying out loud. Anyway, he faints. And then, when he wakes up, and I was watching it, I think I was right, by the way. I was watching it, thinking, something's different about this. There's more colour. Have you noticed there's more colour in this? Even though it's a dream sequence, spoilers. People say you dream in black and white, don't you? I don't think you do, but okay, time to head out. Does that mean you're going, or are you just joking about, the head? She'll never get ahead in life, etc. Anyway, so he's having a dream sequence. So this is a good scene where we see zombies coming out of the grave. There we go. He sees lots of graves. Then he sees Alice with her head on the floor. No sign of Andre Morel, but there we go. A paper mache head. But then here they come, look. And I just think it's Michael Jackson's Thriller. Here we go. I could just hear Vincent Price's voice in my head. Darkness falls across the land, and all that stuff. The midnight howler is close at hand, and here come creatures crawl in search for blood to terrorise your neighbourhood. And here they come. Look, oh look. When did he die? Oh, he died in 1659. He's looking well. If it's this fella, if it's the same one. Anyway, here they come up. Din din. Din din. Can dream in colours because I remember the few dreams I've had in black and white. I don't know. They just seem normal to me, in colour and everything. It's like normal life. My life is a dream. Life is a dream. Anyway, like cool zombies, really cool zombies, I must admit. So he gets surrounded by zombies. They don't dance. There's a pool of blood. They're all going to get him. There we go, here they come. There's a zombie later on, by the way. I was laughing me bottom off at it. It would have been so much fun being a zombie. Yeah. Marshmallow? Yes. Life is a dream. It's a Star Trek 5 reference, if you didn't know. Anyway, there we go. They descend upon him, look. Then he wakes up screaming, because it were all a dream. You had a nightmare. But it was kind of also a prophetic nightmare, I suppose you could say. Anyway. And then he says, then it wasn't Alice. He says, no, that part were real. I did actually chop her head off with a shovel. But we've buried her. Don't worry. It's fine. And the vicar's said his things over her and all that stuff. And, she's in heaven now. There you go. So, right. This is where they're going to dig up all the other graves. They're going to get the Sarge and his constable to help them. Here they are. Look. Dug up loads of graves. Not a bit of muck on them or anything. Anyway, it was that Cornish soil that's really easy to dig up. And we see that there's no bodies in any of the graves. So, anyway. So he says, well, we're going to have to fill them all back in now so the villagers don't find out what we've been up to. So they're going to get on with that. They're going to go and talk to Martinus. Says, I've got to talk to Martinus. So they head back to the cells and we see that he's gone. And we go, where did he go? What happened to him? And we learn that Clive Hamilton came to see him and broke a glass. And then he didn't know how he got out. So guessing Clive Hamilton got him out. I don't know, but anyway. Right. He's asking now. So Martinus has gone. He's a zombie now. Whatever. His finger's almost healed, but she's now in Clive Hamilton's power. Right. So he's going to go and investigate up at the manor. It is, isn't it? It's Bracestew. It's Oakley Court, isn't it? So we're back there again. They've just been there in the previous film. There he is. I don't think he was climbing in any windows, although he does leave a window. So he does go climbing in a window. Oakley Court has terrible security. So here he is. Gets let in. I've come to see Squire Hamilton. He just lets himself in. Says, go and get him. Oh, another bloody armband. Look. Go and get him. I'm a busy man. I want to see him. So, it won't take no for an answer. So off he goes. And while he's going and getting Clive Hamilton, he goes and opens this window. And obviously hoping that nobody notices he's opened this window. So Clive Hamilton comes out and he says, oh, you're into voodoo and all that stuff. And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. Bugger off. And all that jazz. There you go, that's what he's telling him. So he says, don't know what you're talking about, bye. So it's leave or we'll make you leave. My henchman will beat you up. So he says, all right, I'm going then. So off he goes. And they're going to do their evil ritual. So he comes back later, climbs in the window. There you go. And sneaks about. There you go, he sees Clive Hamilton heading to his secret room. So he follows him. There he goes. Getting his mask out. Meanwhile, back at the Dr. Thompson's place, Sylvia's doing some sewing because she's a woman, women sew. So he's going to start doing his voodoo stuff. Then we see all the other zombies. There we go. All the village zombies, the village people that are from the graveyard. They're using them as slaves in the tin mine. That's how he's so rich. I'm guessing. I don't think it actually says in so many words, but that's how I've interpreted it. That he's using them as slaves to get the tin, and that's why he's so rich. So there we go. So that's what's going on there. Zombies, and there's Martinus, not looking well. Oh, and he tells him, go and get Sylvia. Right, so here goes, going to make Sylvia head out. There we go. Oh, I'm in, you coming, master, and all that stuff. And he said, you all right, Sylvia? Yes, I'm fine. Could I have a glass of water, please? While he's getting her a glass of water, she sneaks out. Yeah, it's a flawless plan. So off she goes. And he says, Sylvia, where have you gone? Anyway, she's heading out down that dangerous ramp there, look, that she's going to slide down. Anyway, Andre Morell's arrived. He's wondering, where's he gone? He came in here and now he's disappeared. So he's going looking through his drawers and he finds the secret drawer with the voodoo dolls in. So, but he can't work out where he's gone because he doesn't know where the secret door is. Meanwhile, Sylvia gets intercepted by zombie Martinus, I think. Yes. So he's going to take her to the tin mine, catacombs, whatever. Anyway, he hears a noise. There's somebody coming, so he hides. But then Denver appears through the secret door, and they have. Luckily, he hears him just in time. He's going to stab him, but they have a fight, quite a long fight, to be honest. Going back and forth, but then there we go. Hang on, I haven't done yet. There we go. Knocks him into the fire, sets him on fire, and then gets his knife and stabs him to death. I just leaves him there to burn. as we see. Look, just burn your bugger. I'm not going to try and put you out or anything. Just burn. And he can't get out the office now because there's no handle on the inside, and he can't get out. So, and he can't break the window. Well, he can break the window, but there's bars on the window. Look, there you go. So he can't get out that way. So he's like, help, help, and he's pounding on the secret door, but can't get in. So he's panicking. So he tries to put the fire out with a curtain and just makes it worse. I was laughing. Because you're just making it worse, mate. And so he's thinking, I'm going to die here. But thankfully he don't. I think the butler or whatever, he pops up at the window and lets him out, I think. Again, I was called away and I forgot to pause it. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the tin mine. There we go. Martinus has arrived with Sylvia. There we go. Takes her to his master. There we are. And I don't know what they're going to do with it. Are they going to... Oh, it takes his mask off. Are they going to sacrifice her or what? I don't know what they're going to do. But he's got her. That's the basic gist. He has got Sylvia. Meanwhile, Andre Morell's thinking, oh, God. Oh, hang on. Here we go. There we go. The butler comes in, thankfully. Asks, where is he? He's in the mine. There we go. So he knows where he is, so he's ready for the mine. Meanwhile, Peter's followed Sylvia. I don't know. He's found her hanky. Is it bloodhound or something? Is he following her scent? I don't know, but anyway. So he's heading into the mine. Don't know what he's doing here. I have no idea what he's doing. Look at her feet. Ew. She's got right Brie Larson feet, hasn't she? That's what happens when you wear ill-fitting shoes, girls. Don't wear ill-fitting shoes. It looks like he's going to do something bad. He's got a big knife, hasn't he? Like the bloody... Well, the Spear of Destiny or whatever, isn't it? The Spear of Longinus. But is he going to sacrifice her? Probably. But Peter's arrived and the house is burning. Oh, the house is burning now, and now all the voodoo dolls are burning. I'm guessing there's more of them. Voodoo. We just saw he had like 4 or 5 in that drawer. I'm guessing there's many, many more for all the other dead people, all the other zombies that are doing the tin mining. I don't know. But they're catching on fire, which reminds me of that Night Gallery episode. I can't remember what it was called. And I've only saw it once when I was a kid. Episode of Night Gallery where there were a voodoo doll episode, and that ended up in the fire and made the man burn or woman or whatever. I can't remember. I was very young. Anyway, so that's it. These are all setting on fire of the voodoo doll. So all the zombies are starting to set on fire. Well, they're starting to smoke. Look, look. We're going to have a smiling zombie in a minute, if I can. If I land on him. Anyway, he arrives just in time. Sylvia, I'm going to save you, etc. Don't know why she's not on fire. Because she's got a voodoo doll, hasn't she? I don't know. Anyway, meanwhile, they're getting chased by the zombie Michael Myers by the looks of it. Here they go. I'm going to show him in a minute. See him again. I'm a zombie. Hey, look, I'm a zombie, me. Very happy one. Very happy zombie. Anyway, they're going to get all the henchmen, the young bloods, going to get all them. So they're dealt with by the zombies. Look, no ripping apart. It's not Day of the Dead. There's no Tom Savini gore in this. Anyway, Clive Hamilton's trapped. They're getting to the lift, the elevator, whatever. They're the good guys, the Sylvia and Peter, and Andre Morell arrives just in time as well. And they get to the lift, and he can't get out now. The zombies get him. There we go. Michael Myers' zombie gets him. Why has this zombie got no? Is he the one from 1690? I wonder if he is, and his eyes have gone. I don't know, but anyway, so they get away, and the zombies are all going to burn or whatever, and they're getting all the young bloods and all that stuff. They're just beating. They're not eating. They're just beating up with rocks. Look, just picking big rocks up and braining the young bloods, and then they get out of the mine. And look, it's all burning. Look, they get away just in time. Oh, look, it's all burning. And then it all collapses in slow motion. In a minute. There we go. All collapses in slow motion. I bet when it actually collapsed, I bet it were a bit too quick. I thought, we'll slow it down a bit. I bet it just went. Pfft. I thought, well, that's boring. We'll slow it down. Anyway, and they're watching on. And then it ends. Because, Hammer films just end, don't they? With something burning. But there we go. A great film. I love that film. I think it's really, really good. Probably because of Andre Morel. I'm a massive Andre Morel fan. Just because I've only seen him in like 3 things. But all of those things I've seen him in are amazing. And he was the best Quatermass, in my opinion. And I don't know why. Well, maybe I do. A year after this came out, Hammer did Quatermass and the Pit, the movie version of Quatermass and the Pit, and they got Andrew Keir in to be Bernard Quatermass, and I thought, why don't you just get Andre Morel back? Because he played Quatermass in the original BBC version 9 years earlier, 1958. So why don't they just get him back in? Maybe they thought he were a bit too old, even though he was just the same age as me, but never mind. I don't know how old Andrew Keir were at the time. I'm going to check. I just want to know now. I've sparked my own curiosity. Andrew Keir, Scottish actor. There he is. When were he born? Oh, he were a lot younger. 1926 he were born, so we're only like 41 in Quatermass and the Pit. And he looks up. What? Is it because of the war or something? I don't know. Did people just look a lot older back in the old... Men look like men, didn't they? Not like kids. Anyway, just if there's a good film. It is a good film. Good film. It is a good film. Yeah, it is really, really good. And I wish I knew who dubbed Diane Clare. Maybe that IMDb trivia is wrong. I don't know, but anyway, it is really good and worth a look. A really good zombie film. It's like a good introductory film for zombies, for zombie lovers, I suppose you could say. So there we go. I dubbed her, it was me, says Wingrace. Well, you do a good English lady. So, right, there we go. That's 2... Oh, what have we done there? That's 2 Hammer horror films in one night. Yay. I'm going to see if I can find that zombie again that scared me right at the beginning. Where is it? See if I can land on it. Oh, hang on, we're nearly there. There it is. Hang on, where's the... Scary zombie. How does she recognise him as that fella that we saw in the coffin at the beginning? They dropped him over the bridge, and he didn't look anything like that, did he? Anyway, never mind. Double feature. I don't think so. I'm done now. Haha, film. Sorry, I call them flims all the time. Flims and films and stuff. But yeah. The Plague of the Zombies is one of my favourite Hammer films. But I've only just decided that because I've seen it a couple of times before, and then I've watched it again today, and I thought, I really love this film. Some of my favourite Hammer films, obviously everybody loves the Draculas and the Frankensteins and all that, and the Mummy ones. But I think my favourite ones are Quatermass and the Pit, this, The Gorgon, I love that one, and the 2 70s Dracula ones, Dracula AD 1972 and Satanic Rites of Dracula. They're my favourite Hammer films. They're my top 5 Hammer films. So there we go. We'll leave it there. Always a fun time. Yes, that zombie was scary. It is scary. I think it's genuinely scary. Is that? That's why I've got him on the poster there. So there we go. Right. Done and dusted for another week. Yay. 2 Hammer films. Yay. Just like the old days on BBC 2. They used to do like horror double bills late at night. I don't know. It might not have been on a Friday night. It might have been at the weekend. I can't remember. But they used to do horror double bills. They used to have like a really old one, like an old Universal one, so a black and white one, and then they'd do a more modern one after. And they don't do it anymore. And on Yorkshire TV, they used to have, Friday Night Appointment with Fear, with a scary intro, with morphing faces, animated intro with morphing. And I've looked for it on YouTube and I can't find it. But anyway, that's why I call this Friday Night Appointment with Fear, because that was a thing from my youth. And I remember watching Curse of the Werewolf on that. It scared the willies out of me. Anyway, right, we're done. We'll leave it there. What's coming up next? Monday, for Magnificent Mondays, we're doing Crocodile Dundee. That was supposed to be me doing Australian outback music. And not a double feature. I'm not going to do Crocodile Dundee 2. Probably. I might leave it for another time. Too many double features lately. Love AD 1972. I like both of them. I like, because there's two films that are connected out. There's Dracula AD 1972 and Satanic Rites of Dracula. I love both of them films. I really do. And a lot of people don't like them. But I love them films. We've done them on Magnificent Mondays way back when. They're not Magnificent Mondays. Friday Night Appointment with Fear way back when. I'm not sure exactly how far back. I'm going to check now. But there were an early one. Just checking my channel. Where is it? View full podcast. Where was it? There we go. Episode 12, Dracula AD 1972 and the Satanic Rites of Dracula. Shush. I will share that in the chat if you want to watch that. If you want to. It's up to you. If you haven't watched it already. There we go. 325 feature for the Croc trilogy, and then the son of Crocodile Dundee, fake film from the Super Bowl. Oh, right. I've never seen the third Crocodile Dundee film, and I've not seen that fake one either. I've only seen the first two, and I like them. I don't like the second one as much. The second one's more of an action film, innit? And the first one's kind of, heartwarming and nice and that, innit? Anyway, right. We'll leave it there. I've got to sort some supper out for my lad now, because before I started my show, he was saying, I'm hungry. Starve, you bugger. I've got a show to put on. Right, we'll leave it there. So, thanks Win Grace and Justin34. I don't think anybody else popped in, apart from the idiots earlier on, but I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so we'll leave it there. So, hang on. Colin Quinn had a great story about the second film, didn't he? Oh, right. Oh, bloody hell, what the hell was that? God, I shot myself then. The Crocodile Dundee DVD fell off. He tried to rewrite it to give himself a bigger role. Who the hell's Colin Quinn? I'm guessing he's one of the actors. I don't know. But anyway, never mind. Right, I'm going to look up Colin Quinn now before I go. So I'm not completely ignorant. I'm guessing he's one of the actors. Not him. Or is it? I don't know. I'm going to have to type in Colin Quinn, Crocodile Dundee. Where are we? Oh, there we go. Tells awful Crocodile Dundee story. I don't even know who he is. I can't remember much about the second one, to be completely honest. Who did he play? Doesn't even show him in the cast list there. Where are we? Where is he? Is he? Oh, there he is. Onlooker at what? What does it? Whatever. Never even heard of Colin Quinn. Anyway, right, I'm going now. Yes, you too, Justin34. Right, so, thanks for watching. Don't have nightmares. And until next time, hang on, where are we? Get myself sorted. Until next time, I'll see thee.